Hello there. Welcome back to Stella of the End, where Gabriel wanted to be left behind. Well, as far as we know, the Singularity Machine decided to attack. Now we're on the move on a train. Hopefully nothing bad happens. Gabriel remains at the mouth of the tunnel, giving us a final thrill.
本当に来ないのねえ。
Picks up speed. Bulkheads behind us.
閉まっちゃった。
Celia keeps her eyes on her new friend at the very end. Oh, shit. Stay on the train for the next 2 days. There's enough water to see us through. Even toilet facilities, so it's not a bad ride, all things considered. Lil is getting gloomy when you made a new friend and then gone that quickly. Yeah, I can see why. Probably wondering what became of Gabriel. Oh, I know. When only time to leave for us to leave. Doors open and hot, humid air. But then
すっごい暑い。
we're back to the plains.
コードの冷却機能を使え。バッテリー消費に気をつけてな。
Julia takes out her terminal and adjusts the settings.
うん。これすごくいい感じ。
Finally out of her mood. I was worried how this would affect her. Got really attached to Gabriel. Reasonable. While after our escape, we heard a mighty blast erupt from the facility we left. For the shockwave to carry that far, it must have been a powerful explosion. The theory is that Gabriel activated some kind of self-destruct sequence. That way, the machines wouldn't be able to get data from the remains. All this mean? The AI, William Dover, may well be in conflict. Perhaps being totally vaporized in the last attack. No way to learn the truth now. There's only one way to figure out, and that's him directly. Even possible, the explosion destroyed it. Life is never that simple. As large as the black was, it probably was only served as a smokescreen. Celia never worrying about Gabriel. Do you believe he's still alive? Well, would you like to flip that coin? We got some dice and coins to flip and roll. I have my own opinions about that, but I keep them to myself. Thankfully, the train always allows us to travel great distances for time. Our journey continues. Oh, achievement for chapter 13. 2 Day 59. Resting. Hooray! Weeks go by. Occasionally, we have occasional run-ins with smaller machines. They're rusted old spheres, left over from an war. Main bodies roll around at high speeds, all firing bullets out of the top. They're more dangerous than they look, and can even mount discarded weapons onto themselves. Millions of them were created back on the day and still roam the earth now. Apparently, they were used in landmines and provided to be far more effective in thinning out the enemy ranks. The rainforest and winds interfere with our scans. Easy for them to take us by surprise. Fortunately, they're usually out of ammo and can be dispatched with quick stomp. All things all things considered, are harder than before. Rain gives us more trouble than the machine. Reasonable. The rainforest can hold. We have to cross the doors, dragged crags, and swampy marshlands, or a peninsula. I would at least expect that. During the day, the temperature can get high as 95 degrees, making it hard to focus on anything. Now, is that Fahrenheit or Celsius? Either way, that's actually pretty warm. And you're making me question, how hot is it? Insulation. Making me think. Because it depends on what it is, really. Calculator. Jump over to 95 degrees. No. If it's Fahrenheit, that's actually not bad in Celsius. 35 C. So that's actually not that bad. For those of you who don't know Celsius, if we're translating it from 95 Celsius, that's 203 degrees Fahrenheit. So it should land in between those two areas. Either way, that goes from being warm to, dear God, why am I alive? Type of warm. Either way, one's and the other is gonna kill you. That's the way I could put it. And the nights are much colder. Now my body could stand up to those extreme coat.
テックコートって楽。
Odds of it's either being too hot or too cold. He's right. Techwear creates and stores power through a variety of methods. It also offers temperature regulation, shock protection, data collection, and analysis, camouflage, cloaking, and the list goes on and on. So it's really useful. Out of 10. Engineers would have fun trying to build it again. They can also collect all other devices, connect all other devices together, creating a wearable network. actually really good and useful. Depending on the devices you use, their performance several times over. This does sound insane. Militaries would love it. A code like this can make it feel like you're developed but evolved beyond human.
こんないいの独り占めしてたんだから重度ずるいよね。
Well, depends on why he would.
冤罪だな。俺が前に使っていたのは故障品で、この5分の1の性能もなかったんだ。エアコンも部分的にしか効かなくてずっと我慢を強いられていた。
Yeah, it was kind of worn out.
こいつとは高性能すぎて比べ物にならん。
A new code is just that brand new. Yeah, a lot of people fucking love that shit. I mean, I would like it. I'm kind of stuck in the cold part of purgatory, so yeah. Getting some this is sophisticated for free is totally unthinkable. What that word said, not the unthinkable part, sophisticated. It just goes to show how important Philia is to the old man. Be reasonable. Saying that high tech and all. Cool. And how unthinkable it would be for me to refuse a hand over. For me to refuse to hand her over. Rather, doing so would be right is not or not is different matter. But really, the morality of it has nothing to do with me. Job's the job, that's all.
もうダメ。集中切れた。
Celia's concentration never lasts very long. I've had her scanning all on her own here. A form of training.
1時間か。粘った方かな。
機械にも動物にも人間にも気をつけないといけないの。しんどすぎる。
Yeah, you don't know the difference between human and beast, between man and beast.
こいつばかりは慣れるしかない。
Keeping your attention on one type of threat at a time is definitely easier. But there are times when it's important to be able to switch targets on the fly. Adjusting those settings has done manually. Ophelia spends a lot of time glaring at her terminal range. Get it right. It's a lot easier for me since my retinal can display all the relevant info while quickly look around. If anything that's the part of the arrangement that's unfair. That part of this arrangement is unfair. Getting retinal implants is a surgical process. That's not an option for Philia. Yeah. Her creators should have thought of fitting her with them earlier down the line.
3時間続けられるようになったら、運び屋として9大点だぞ。
Yeah.
先は長いよ。
It takes a lot of time and training and experience.
休みにするか。
In reply, Philia slumps to the ground. We're running low on supplies already. Really missing that 1,000+ pounds worth of stuff picked up before. Yeah. £1,000. I was way low last episode. I was way low. I was thinking about like around 200 pounds, give or take a few pounds in either direction. But fuck, £1,000? Yeah, that's a lot of material. Next story. I've been foraging for food as best I can. We're using it up faster than I can find it. Yeah, I might be able to get by if I didn't share with Philia, but that's not an option anymore. I suggested the old, empty, gloomy, uh, such an empty, gloomy look on her face, her eyes, that soon dropped the idea. Besides, if I mess up her development, I might lose her ability to feel an emotion, like Gabriel. Yeah, that would be a big loss for all of us. Left to satisfy my hunger, a handful of dried fruit. Better than nothing. Exactly. Feast after walking a whole day. Code's function reduce the stress on my body. But using it too much could have adverse effects on my muscles. While I'm looking around, I notice an unfamiliar bug crawling up a tree trunk. And from here, I think it's the best time to question what's going to happen next. So, hopefully you guys have a great time and a great day too. I'm going to question what these two are going to do. Oh, I'll see you guys next time.